Okay, Muswellbrook and District Camera Club, November 2024. We have an assignment blue, and I've just been watching some videos, going on a bit of a sidetrack, but watching some videos of Miss Chiff a couple of days before she died. It was very, very sad, and it made me even bluer. And this book is called Don't It Always, which is, all about don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And so the book is full of photographs. Oh, there's a fair bit of text as well in this book, but photographs of things that I found fascinating when I moved to town way back in 1977. And I used to just go out and photograph buildings, and then like 3 weeks later they'd pull them down. It was absolutely amazing. Even the old, I don't know what it was, the chapel I suppose it was at the cemetery, they pulled it down at 4 o'clock in the morning before anybody could even realise they'd done it. Because that's what Muswellbrook's like. Muswellbrook's like that's a town of expedience. It's not a town of memory. No, we divorce ourselves from memory. And so Eaton's Hotel, back in 1980, I photographed it. Blank pages there, I don't know what's going on there. And again, Eaton's Hotel interiors, these beautiful lamps, beautiful Art Deco lamps. I'm not sure they're still there either. I'm not sure they're not. And then of course Tawari, Tawari was demolished to make, as were several other buildings in the adjacent area, but it was demolished to make way for the Muswellbrook Marketplace, which is the most hideous, horrible bloody place you'd ever want to. I mean, I don't shop there, I don't go there unless I absolutely have to, and if I do I park outside because the parking spaces are so small in there. It's just hopeless and horrible. So this is blue from the point of view of sadness and loss, and all that sort of stuff. And so I said again, photographed simply for its bucolic beauty and vernacular structure, Kennedy's once leaned beautifully in Bridge Street, Muswellbrook, photographed on Australia Day 1980 as I wandered the street looking for unusual buildings, as is my wont, and it seemed to me I would photograph something and it would be pulled down shortly afterwards. We've all sat idly by while the tyranny of progress has rained steadily down on us, and we've seen great gaps appear and then to be filled with some nasty functional pile of crap which really just make much more admirable rubble. As was definitely the case with Kennedy's as it and several other unique adjacent buildings were replaced by the Muswellbrook Business Centre. In order to emphasise my point, I have seen a small part of a wonderful streetscape now occupied by a hideous monstrosity of a building that is the commercial centre, which is almost devoid of tenants, and so Kennedy's, T.A. Cook's butcher shop and the dwelling alongside made way for the chocolate elephant that struggled from day one to find relevance, let alone any long-term tenancies. And so we have Kennedy's. Beautiful building, really beautiful, really, really lovely, and yep, it's gone. And another piece from an exhibition which was called Do You Remember? And I've written an artist statement. So looking back, you have to consider the tons of images that never made it. To me, it was an odds-on chance that in terms of remembering stuff, the most significant thing that stuck in people's minds about Muswellbrook was the old showground fence. One remembers and basks in its simplistic rural vigour. Like most things in our world, there are a raft of memories and stories that blend in and to become folklore in a small town. Milk is health, it proclaimed to all who are ignorant of the town's once strong rural economy and background. But a less than fantastic cropping capability, coupled with vagaries of the weather, led to an inevitable decline. Rural societies around the country dwindled, and the money to support them and the more peripheral bucolic ostentation declined with it. The agricultural financial base declined, and the showground with it, to a point where the maintenance was a less preferred option to the permanence of a showground boundary as an architectural icon disappeared from our landscape. The replacement was brutally functional, purposeful and detached, vulgar and generic, ubiquitous and so expedient, antiseptically devoid of style. Function triumphed over form, and the town lost out. And so we lost this beautiful fence that went all the way around the showground saying milk is health. They couldn't be bothered maintaining it, so they put up this horrible cyclone fence. And that's part of the thing that makes me sad about this town. The way that we've done it again recently. Market Street – has several old buildings remaining in it. and it's a streetscape, and it's supposed to, all the buildings there are supposed to be maintained within the streetscape, but the new fire station, no, it's just, you know, it's a fire station, it's a bloody up-to-date fantastic fire station, but it doesn't belong in the street, it does not belong in that streetscape. And Muswellbrook have done it yet again. They've stuffed up, and it makes me sad and it makes me blue. So that's blue for you. November 2024. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Irritating. It really is irritating.